Are you ready to transform your summer into an epic splash-tastic adventure? Say goodbye to wasteful, single-use water balloons and hello to the ultimate in reusable, eco-friendly fun with reusable water balloons. Check out the link in the video description to get yours on Amazon today.
Faith in U.S. higher education has sunk to new lows, with many respondents to a new survey complaining of brainwashing and a liberal bias at colleges and universities. Pollster Gallup found that just 36% of people said they had a great deal of confidence in colleges and universities this year, compared to 57% who did so when asked in 2015. The survey comes after a wave of pro-Palestinian, anti-war protests swept U.S. universities in response to Israel's assault on Gaza, which led to violent clashes with law enforcement and allegations of anti-Semitism. The results also indicate concerns over rising tuition costs, and doubts over whether four-year degrees help graduates earn more when they hit the job market. Confidence has dropped among all key subgroups in the U.S. population over the past 2 decades, but more so among Republicans, said Gallup editor Jeffrey Jones. Americans who lack confidence in higher education today say their concerns lie in colleges pushing political agendas, not teaching relevant skills, and being overly expensive. The survey found that Americans are now split between those who say they have a lot of confidence, 36%, some confidence, 32%, or little or no confidence, 32%, in higher education. The drop is most pronounced among Republican voters, shows the survey of more than 2,000 respondents, which was produced in connection with the Lumina Foundation, a think tank. In 2015, 56% of GOP voters had strong faith in higher education, and 11% had little or none. That's flipped around in less than a decade, with just a fifth of Republicans expressing confidence today, and half saying they have none. Those who criticized colleges and universities typically said they had become too politicized, were not teaching skills that are useful in today's workplaces, and that they cost too much. Fully 41% slammed political agendas in institutions, including brainwashing, propaganda, and a liberal bias. A small number criticized a heavy-handed focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Another 37% of respondents said courses often had the wrong focus and don't teach right things, while 28% criticized the costs of going to school nowadays and the debts graduates are often left with. Jones said the shift against higher education is largely a political one driven by conservatives. The drop in confidence extends beyond purely political motives to questions about the relevance to the workforce of what students are being taught and the high cost of college, he adds. Tuition fees have risen so much faster than inflation that many families have begun to question the value of college costs. Many are deterred by eye-watering tuition fees, which at some top schools exceed $70,000 a year for 4-year bachelor's degree courses. Average costs of tuition and fees for the 2023 to 2024 academic year were more $11,260 at public colleges and nearly $41,540 at private institutions, according to the College Board. Annual costs for trade schools are often much lower, between $5,000 to $20,000, says Best Colleges. It's so expensive, and I don't think colleges are teaching people what they need to get a job, Randy Hill, 59, a Connecticut-based Republican voter and chauffeur, told CBS News. You graduate out of college, you're up to eyeballs in debt, you can't get a job, then you can't pay it off. What's the point? Many young people don't want to start their adulthood saddled with debts, and shorter, cheaper courses for marketplace-ready technical skills can look more appealing than longer, traditional degrees. Gallup's results echo a recent Pew Research Center survey showed many Americans are questioning the value and usefulness of 4-year degrees. Many now see trade schools and apprenticeship schemes as able to produce gainful workers faster than most colleges or universities. Almost half say a degree is only worth the expense if students don't require a loan to attain it, the poll showed. Almost a third of the respondents say the cost of a 4-year college degree is not worth earning if students have to borrow to get the degree. Education researcher Preston Cooper has crunched the numbers on higher education and found that 2-year technical courses can offer significantly better returns for graduates than 4-year degrees. On average, 2-year technical certif